I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We're so excited to have you. I'm Mireya Garcia.
And I'm Henderson, and we have a very, very big show for you today. We're talking Oscars and all that good stuff. But I have to tell you, I had the coolest experience this weekend. I went to my second ever Kraken game.
Oh, very cool.
And they invited me.
You.
I had to shuffle along the ice to get into the penalty box to watch them warm up. And it was one of the highlights of being in Seattle so far. Because there's no back entrance there. You were literally, they're like, oh, you're not wearing heels, are you? You can go out.
Yes, you are.
Perfect.
Oh,
so
we needed a video.
So much fun. I actually have a video. I have a video.
Shuffle.
I know. Maybe I'll put it on my Instagram later. But all the buzz today is all about the Oscars because the 95th Annual Academy Awards happened last night. Overall, the vibes were really good.
I loved it. So the big winner of the night, of course, the trippy sci-fi action love story, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And the movie actually took home 7 Academy Awards and became the only third movie in the history of the Oscars to win acting Oscars. That's alongside Network and Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah, some of the other big winners, Michelle Yeoh won the Oscar for actress in a leading role for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Brendan Fraser got actor in a leading role for The Whale. Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Actress in a supporting role for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Ke Huy Quan won actor in a supporting role for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh is also the first Asian woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress, and Ke Huy Quan is the third Asian male actor to have won an Academy Award, achievements that neither of them took lightly.
For all the little boys and girls who look like me watching tonight, this is a beacon of hope and possibilities. This is proof that dreams dream big and dreams do come true.
They say stories like this only happen in the movies. I cannot believe it's happening to me. This is the American dream.
Quan also talked about just how far he's come. Things got so bad for him at the beginning of the pandemic. He had no health insurance. In his acceptance speech, he gave a summary of his life story, saying that he was born on a boat, spent a year in a refugee camp, and somehow he ended up on Hollywood's biggest stage. We love to see it. I have to say, I might have cried a little bit during his speech.
Yeah.
It was so sweet when he was showing his mom at home who was watching his
Mom.
Academy Awards. It's like, no matter how old you get, you never, stop wanting to make your parents really proud. And I just feel like everyone who won those awards appreciated them so much, and you really understand like how far they've come and how many different obstacles they've had to overcome to get there. It was so inspiring.
Yeah, it felt like a particularly joyful Oscars when it came to, especially considering last year and the tension that we've already talked about. There was just a lot of joy and happiness. And also, what I really loved about this year was the fact that we saw people at different points in their life when things weren't so great, and then they're in the upswing. So I think it's a real testament about how life is complicated and things can be great and then difficult and then great again, but you just have to keep pushing.
Absolutely. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, Everything Everywhere All at Once did dominate. There was still plenty of love to go around. So Ruth Carter became the first Black woman to ever win 2 Oscars. She picked up her second win for Best Costume Design for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That was the same category back in 2019 for which she won for the original Black Panther. And it was just so exciting to see her accept that award as well, looking fabulous.
And those costumes were incredible. I mean, and I even read that she 3D printed some of the jewelry and necklaces and, neck pieces that the actors are wearing. So that was really cool too. Exciting stuff. Despite some stiff competition from the likes of Lady Gaga and Rihanna, the team from the international film RRR took home Best Original Song for Naatu Naatu.
It's the first song from an Indian film to win the award. It's a full body party, my goodness. The song has become a viral sensation outside of the film, racking up more than 122 million views on YouTube. And the energy, my goodness, It's hard to deny that you're just having fun when you listen to the song.
So energetic, so colorful, so bright, so joyful. I love to see an Indian film represented too. Now, we told you Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once, but it was Angela Bassett who was widely expected to win. People could not help but notice a pained look on Bassett's face when her name wasn't called. Actors Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan, who co-starred in the first Black Panther movie with her, later shouted her out before presenting another award.
Yeah, you know, it's difficult. It's a difficult situation. I feel like, you know, it was kind of a neutral expression. And I think it's almost unfair to expect people to have no reaction or to just be like full of joy for the people they were competing against. I think you can be happy for somebody, but also admit that, hey, you were looking forward to potentially winning, especially if everyone around you is saying this. And I appreciated the love that she got from her fellow co-stars and friends. I think that if this was the peak drama that we had, we're all gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay.
A much less dramatic Oscars than last year. You're right, though. It is really hard because I can't imagine, it's a life-changing thing if you win that award or not. So that would just be so difficult to just be so excited and clap and act like it wasn't breaking your heart a little bit, especially when you did think that you were gonna get it. I wish everybody could win, but I will say Jamie Lee Curtis was incredible with her role. So I'm not mad about that. I think either would have been an amazing choice, and hopefully, you know, she'll have the chance to win in the future.
And isn't that the point? I mean, like, you are all nominated because you were all great.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know, buzz aside, it could be anybody's game.
Yeah, no matter what. Angela Bassett did the thing,
She
right?
did.
Of course, you can't talk about the Oscars without talking about fashion.
Oh, we are so excited for this. We are bringing in style expert Tiffany Colors to help break down the best and worst looks. So what were your impressions overall of the night?
I mean, overall, I think everybody tried. And I love that about fashion, is like when you're actually thinking and you're trying and you're showing up for yourself. And sometimes you show up and I'm like, okay. And sometimes you show up and I'm like, yes, you did it. And we were talking earlier too about the champagne carpet and how it was an actual choice so the fashion could pop instead of like having a red accent, because that's always hard to play with, right? When you're like up against red and you're like, what am I gonna wear up against red? And they really kind of pulled that away, and now you could just do whatever you wanted and you weren't going to clash.
But I feel like it kind of took the sparkle out of some of the dresses, because I feel like I saw a lot of white dresses there, and I'm sure they were planning on being against that red. So to me, this was giving like living room. I don't know. Usually if it's not a red carpet, I feel like it's like a bright blue carpet or a purple carpet or something like that. But I mean, I get it's elegant and it's off-white, but I was so surprised by this choice.
And it's called the red carpet.
Right. It is. People kept calling it that.
Yeah, and we're like, champagne this year, but that's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. And you definitely said that this was announced, so people knew. And they still made the choice to wear colors that kind of made it all seem like one blob.
I mean, it wasn't like they found out like they have been planning these dresses for some time, and then all of a sudden they found out and they're like, oh, we can't switch to this right now. We're already in that lane.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of our favorite and least favorite looks. Okay. What was your pick for best look on a man?
Okay, best look was Austin Butler. He's in Saint Laurent. And first of all, he's gorgeous.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then they pulled a gorgeous designer for him, and he just made that lapel. It's sleek, those shoes. Oh, to die for. I just think he looks amazing.
I like those structured
shoulders. It was a good
shoulders,
look,
too.
yes. We've been talking about that.
Yeah, we have.
Absolutely. All right. Anybody else you liked?
I mean, okay, so my runner-up was Brian Tyree Henry.
Okay.
And you guys, I have been trying to find all over the internet what this man was wearing. I have no idea who the designer was, but that texture on the shirt, the beading, the lapel, he's got diamond jewels hanging from his belt. Like, he did it. That story tells a whole story just in a shirt and a jacket. It's so good.
I loved it. I love the texture of that one too.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see that what men's fashion is doing. I feel like it's really branching out.
Showing up.
All right, now let's talk about the ladies. What was your best look for a woman?
Okay, Angela Bassett. And she was in Machino and wearing Bulgari. And I'll tell you what, those statement necklaces were all over the place, and she killed it.
Yeah.
I like the asymmetry on this dress. I'm sure you guys saw that there was like extra tufts of fabric. I
Everywhere.
think this was just enough of extra tuft. It wasn't too tufty. It was gathered in spots. And then that mermaid trend that was going on, she just killed it. And you could see she can sit in that dress. She can walk in that dress. It's breezy. I'm sure she's not sweating. I loved it. And that purple.
Beautiful.
And that purple.
Did you have any other picks for best
Okay,
dress
so
for women?
Kate Hudson is my runner-up.
Yeah.
And she's wearing road art. And what I love about this dress, I don't know if you guys were following all the way through, but that piece, that ruffly piece,
it comes off.
right off.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes to that. And again, she's wearing that mermaid dress trend. There's a little bit of a train. She's got that sparkle. I mean, she's gorgeous. And I loved how that piece came off because I was like, can it be too much? And then it almost was, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, very old Hollywood vibes there.
Yes.
What about worst look on a man?
Okay, so everybody, when you get dressed, you clearly love what you're wearing. So sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm just gonna say this, but Dwayne Johnson, he showed up in Dolce & Gabbana, and yes to Dolce & Gabbana, no to that bow tie. It was like the story
clashing?
stops just right underneath his neck, and I was like, oh, I mean, he's so handsome, and you could put a paper bag on this man, and you'd be like, Dwayne. But but I just feel like why they ended up with a black bow tie was a little confusing.
See, it was like the silky, like salmon colored, like suit
even
for
has
me
a
too.
rosette.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
like it.
And rosettes were trending, which I love. That came back. It's like the 80s is coming back with the rosettes. And I was like, why the black bow tie? Why not the still salmon color?
Something more creative there.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about your least favorite look on a woman.
So Florence Pugh.
Pugh, yes.
Pugh.
Yes.
And she's wearing Valentino. Love Valentino. This is just too much fabric.
It is.
And I think it's poorly placed. I think this could have been for a different awards show. I love the shorts. She has pockets, you guys, and you know how much we love having our pockets.
She has many pockets in there.
I think it was a lot. And I for the Oscars, I think a little bit more streamlined is more chic, and she is just like bedding all over the place.
Yeah, that was one of my least favorites as well. And it's so awful to say because I love Florence.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I feel
Flow.
like from the neckline up, she looked amazing. But you're right. And then the fabric, it looked like taffeta, and it's like so crinkly.
Can you imagine trying to get all of that in the in a chair, and then you're sitting? It's like, oh, sorry, let me grab my sheet from you.
Oh my God.
No, I wasn't a big fan there. And you know, we had our own favorites as well.
We did. I have to say my favorite was Mindy Kaling. She came out, she surprised us. She wore this beautiful white dress, and it was just structured and so different. What did you think of it?
I loved it, and I love that she has said that she is feeling her most fabulous that she's ever felt. She's feeling fit.
looks great.
She's eating well. She's exercising well, and then you just see her glowing. She's got that mermaid hair, so again, you've got that trend, and then that sleeve. It was just fun.
She looked so
Creative.
confident.
Yeah.
What was your favorite, Mireya?
Well, before we move on to that, I want to say she liked this dress so much she wore it twice because when she presented, she wore it in black.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite was Sandra Oh. I mean, obviously she's played a bigger role in the Oscars in years past, but this dress took my breath away. I want to like have this at a store and for me to find it, buy a little version of this that I could wear to work because it's so beautiful to me. I love the color.
It really worked with that carpet color.
Yeah,
too,
it really
you know?
did. Right? Yeah.
Champagne.
Something popped. Tiffany Collars, thank you so much for coming in and chatting fashion with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, still to come on Studio 13 Live, it is time for some more entertainment headlines.
Yes, TMZ is joining us to talk all about Hugh Grant's awkward interview during the Oscars.
It is time to take a look at what's popping in the world of celebrity news.
Yep, and for that we are bringing in Fabian Garcia from TMZ. Hey, Fabian.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, always good to see you. We've got to talk about this. Hugh Grant had quite the awkward interview at the Oscars. I cringed when I saw this. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, this was one of the big takeaways from the night. This was pre-show. He was on the red carpet. He was doing an interview with Ashley Graham, former model turned media personality, red carpet personality. And she was just kind of asking some, pretty basic, standard fluff questions. What are you wearing? What do you want to see tonight? tell us about your movie, Glass Onion, like literally just softball stuff. And he was making it very difficult, rolling his eyes, giving her very short answers, and kind of giving her answers that sort of made her look dumb in the moment, you know? And look, you can go see the video on our website. It's very cringeworthy. He's gotten some criticism for it. People are saying, what are you doing? Why aren't you being a professional? You know what this is all about. But I will say this, there's been a debate here in our newsroom about this. Does Ashley Graham have more of a responsibility to ask some more engaging questions instead of the typical softball stuff? And, you know, like there's a quiet agreement, obviously, with this kind of thing, with this sort of thing. You ask the questions, you get the non-answers. Some people are saying that it's on Hugh Grant's part to have just played along. And if he didn't want to be there, he shouldn't have been there.
I feel like Ashley Graham was so graceful about the whole thing too, because that would be so annoying to be interviewing someone and just be getting absolutely nothing back from them.
Yeah,
so there's two people for a tough job.
It would have been awesome if she called him out on it. It's like, oh, it seems like you don't want to be here, Hugh. That would have been huge headlines.
Insane.
But she kept it together. Good for her.
She's trying to keep her job.
Yes. My favorite meme of the night was people saying Ashley Graham deserves the Academy Award of the night for, you know, saying nice to meet you, good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh, she put on a good performance for sure.
She really did. So in other news, Tiger Woods says that he did not agree to let his ex-girlfriend live in his house and essentially support her for years. So what is going on with this lawsuit?
Just more messiness from Tiger Woods, frankly. More of the same that we've seen from him for years. So his latest girlfriend, who nobody knew, her name is Erica Herman, by the way. They'd been together for about 2 or 3 years now. Apparently they'd broken up. Nobody knew that. And this is all kind of coming out now in legal documents. She is claiming that he kicked her out unceremoniously. She's also claiming that they had some kind of verbal agreement between each other saying, hey, I can live in your house here, whether I'm your girlfriend or not, for several years to provide some kind of services for him. It's unclear what sort of services she was talking about. His lawyers are saying, no, there's no verbal agreement. We never had anything in writing. And in the documents, it's kind of scandalous. Apparently, she agreed to go on some kind of vacation without Tiger. Apparently, his lawyers were able to convince her to pack her suitcase, leave the house, and then she's claiming that once she was there at whatever vacation destination she was at, he basically ditched her and changed the locks, kicked her out. And now she's claiming in court she has a right to that property. So they're kind of hashing it out right now.
Wow.
Is she claiming squatters' rights?
I think
What's
so.
going on?
I don't know. It's very bizarre. She's also, there's a separate legal action that she's filing citing some kind of sexual harassment / sexual assault federal law, saying that there's some kind of, there's an NDA apparently that he made her sign. That's what she's claiming. She wants it null and void. Very messy. Again, just typical Tiger Woods stuff. This guy's very buttoned up in public, but apparently messy behind the scenes, or so it seems.
Wow, it sounds like this is not going to be the last we hear about this one.
No.
Fabian Garcia, thank you so much for joining us today.
For sure. Thanks, you guys.
Coming up, the Wine, Bites, and Brews event on Whidbey Island showcases some delicious food, desserts, and drinks from local small businesses.
Yes, we'll get to sample some of the goodies at the event and then learn how this fundraiser is helping to revitalize their historic community right after the break.
Welcome back to Studio 13 Live. The Wine, Bites, and Brews event is happening in Whidbey Island on March 25th, and we are getting a little preview of what you can find at the event.
Yes, we're bringing it here today. So today we are joined by Margaret Livermore with Oak Harbor Main Street Association and Catherine Muniz with the Tipsy Jellyfish Wine Bar. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
This is
for having us.
exciting. So the Wine, Bites, and Brews event is happening at the Oak Harbor Yacht Club, and it's actually a fundraiser for the community. Tell us what the proceeds are going toward and tell us all about the event.
Well, Oak Harbor Main Street Association is a Washington Main Street community. We're a nonprofit. So we raise funds to revitalize our historic downtown, and we have events, and we have fundraisers like this, and we have projects that we work on to beautify downtown. And the proceeds from this are going to our Serendipity Lane walkway, which connects our shopping district with our waterfront. And we've worked on grants and other things that go toward this project as well.
What a fun way to raise money.
Yeah, so how many different vendors are going to be there, and what kind of things can people expect to see?
Well, we have 3 wineries. We have Spoiled Dog, Dancing Fish, and the Comforts of Whidbey. And then we have a meadery, which is Deception Cellars, and we have a distillery, which is Whidbey Island Distillery. We have 3 breweries, Flyers, and Wickatooten, and Penco Brewing. And then we have, as far as our savories, we have
3 restaurants. We have Fraser's, and what they might bring is smoked onion soup and pork belly sliders. That's kind of something you can taste. And then we also have 2 other restaurants, Rustica and Zanini's. And then for sweets, we have Mad Batter Bakehouse, would-be Wonka, or would-be Island Chocolates, and then Popsies. And so we'll taste those in a little bit.
I'm excited.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
What are we tasting today?
Okay, you want to taste wine first?
Sure.
Okay, so we'll let Catherine talk about that.
Okay, today we're going to taste Deception Cellars, and this is their bayberry honey mead.
Ooh, I've never tried mead before.
Oh,
This is
so
really
you're in for a
exciting.
treat, because a mead is made out of honey, and it can age for many, many years. Deception Cellars and Seattle Meadery have some great meads.
Ooh.
So sweet.
It almost smells like
and
wine meets juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, wine,
Ooh.
It's blackberry, raspberry, and currant.
And you can taste the honey
so
too.
pretty and delicious.
That is amazing.
That is so
Wow.
yummy.
the mead can last for years and years. They've even found meads in some of the tombs in
That's so
from pharaohs and things. Yeah.
It's cool. It's getting more and more popular
More
now
and
too.
more popular,
What's the
too.
alcohol content like with this compared to like a glass of wine?
This one is 14.42%.
Okay.
So
A
it
little
says,
higher than-
hello.
You get a little sample, right?
Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow. And talk to us about some of the bites that you have here.
So the bites we have, Popsies is a little candy store in town, and they're famous for their caramel corn. So that's what that is. And then the chocolate is the dark chocolate, and they make it from Peruvian cocoa.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And then the cookie is from the Mad Batter, and they're doing a theme this time of Lord of the Rings, but this is an Oreo mint cookie with a mousse on top.
Ooh.
They're very rich and they're very yummy.
Wait,
Take
is it
a little pinch of one of
is
these
it
cookies.
fried? Or
No,
is
it's a baked cookie made with
very
the top
nice.
ingredients, butter and all sorts of yummy.
What do we think? What do we think?
I love it.
Delicious.
Give me thin mint vibes right
Ooh,
now.
I like to hear that. My goodness. So talk to me about why it is that you really want people to head out there and see everything that you have to offer.
Well, Whidbey Island's a wonderful place to visit. It's laid back. It's very friendly. And one thing about our historic downtown is that we're not right on the beaten path. The highway passes by us, so we have to go off the highway to come to us. So we're trying to support our small local businesses, and so this is one way to do it, and also to support other businesses that are on Whidbey Island to direct people downtown.
Beautiful.
What made you want to get involved in this?
Well, I'm a new business downtown Oak Harbor, so I decided that it would be great for me to get my name out there, and because we've only been open since May of 2022. So I thought, well, let's get involved in the community. Let's help the community in ways that I can, and give back, because as long as people are coming in, I could give back, right?
And I have to know about the name, the Tipsy Jellyfish. Where did this come
Tell
from?
us all about it.
Tipsy Jellyfish comes from my daughter. We have 4 daughters, and they put them all the names together and said, everybody come up with a name. And my middle daughter Emily came up with the name Tipsy Jellyfish, and so we were like, hey, that's a really cool name, and it fits well with the downtown area. We have quite a few businesses that have some nautical themed names, and so we thought it would stick, and it's really taken off.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
Thank
Margaret
you.
and Catherine, this was wonderful. We loved
for
it.
inviting us. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Well, if you want to buy your ticket to the Wine Bites and Brews event, you got to do it before they sell out. We've got a link with that info up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. Lots coming up on Studio 13 Live. Next, we are taking you to Inside Passage.
Yes, I got to learn how to make some very Pacific Northwest cocktails and the secrets to look inside. That's coming up next.
It is time for Seattle Sips, where we highlight amazing drinks in our area.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to visit one of the most interesting and hidden bars in Seattle, Inside Passage. It lives inside of Rumba, and the vibe is underwater sunken ship that prides itself in being very Pacific Northwest. Just watch out for Kiki. Don't worry, she's friendly. I have have adventured my way into one of the most interesting places I've ever been to, Inside Passage in the Cap Hill neighborhood in Seattle, and I am here with Josh Ibanez.
Hello.
We're gonna make some amazing cocktails today.
Yes, we are.
So you guys have no shortage of delicious cocktails with an amazing presentation. What are we gonna be making today?
All right, so today we're going to be making two of some of our most special ones that we've got, very specific to Seattle Pacific Northwest. This first one that we're going to be doing, this one's going to be called Camera Shy. It's based off Bigfoot, pretty legendary in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to be started off with a little bit of lemon juice. This one's a little funky, it's a little different. We actually use a portobello mushroom syrup with this as well.
Okay.
Which adds a little bit of umami in there. We actually add salt to the syrup as well. And then with the spirits themselves, we add a Mexican rum, it's called charanda. That's infused with some Fuji apple. And then we also add a little bit of pine in there through a gin, which is also really nice. So what you're getting from that is going to be a nice piney, earthy, slightly fruity cocktail that's reflective of the Pacific Northwest and the Seattle area.
Oh, wow.
Second cocktail, this one is our Panorama Punch. This one is a big ode to Seattle, big homage to Seattle. We actually use a lot of vintage glassware, vintage menus from the Eye of the Needle back when the World's Fair debuted, or the Needle debuted in the World's Fair in 1962. This one is going to include some lime juice, a little bit of cranberry syrup in here as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to add some mandarin almond. It's going to be kind of like a mix of sugar, mandarin, almond kind of blended together.
Beautiful.
This is actually based off a recipe called the Panorama Punch that was again debuted at the restaurant on Island in 1962. So we're trying to really, hammer down on like how Seattle this cocktail is.
Yes.
And then we're gonna mix a little bit of rum agricole with it and some gin as well.
I think that these tropical cocktails, especially during the winter months, perfect. It takes me right to the beach.
Oh, 100%. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a quick little shake for you. So normally, we always put drinks out all at the same time, but with this bar is a little more special in the fact that we like to give every cocktail their time. So sometimes if one cocktail is ready, we'll send it out to the person. Both people can take nice photos of it. It's a very photographical bar along with our drinks as well.
Absolutely. There is no way you're not going to want to take a picture of this. It's beautiful.
Oh, 100%. So this is going to go in this guy right here. You're going to get a good photo of him, or a good shot of him in just a second.
The elusive Bigfoot.
I know, right?
We caught him.
He's a little shy right now. So we're gonna get dry ice. Kind of runs this bar a lot of the time. a lot of smoke. And we also have a lot of fire in our drinks as well.
Beautiful.
So I'm just gonna drop a little bit of dry ice in there. That's going to give you like really nice kind of like mist that we're kind of looking for this cocktail. And then we're gonna layer this actual pine. We're gonna layer
I was
this
gonna
on top.
ask. That's real pine.
This one is not real pine.
Yeah, right here.
The other around us are going to be real pine.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm gonna make sure I get a little bit of hot water for this, so the smoke can really like come up as well.
Yeah.
Let me see, I'll get one of these out here for you. And while we're doing that, let me go ahead and get this Panorama Punch ready for you too. I'm gonna pour a little bit in here. And with this one, you get a little fun and add some little cubes on here. So these are just light up cubes that we add into the drink.
Are they cold?
No, they're not cold.
They're
not
just
cold,
fun.
unfortunately. But they are, they're there to add a little more color to the drink that already is very colorful, which is nice. I'm gonna add another one right over here.
The world's biggest tweezers.
I know, right?
Wow.
So as we're finishing this one up right here, to the top. And look at that. You're gonna get a little bit of purple, a little bit of green on there. It's really nice. So now get the straw ready for this one. And we're gonna add some more pine. So very much emulating them just being in the forest.
The most
peeking right around.
outdoorsy.
Yeah. Boop. We're gonna do a little, so we have a little pine essence too. So we missed a little bit of this on here, so you get nice little aromatics on there as well. And then coup de grace.
Wow.
We're gonna place this guy on here right as so. And right here is going to be your camera shot.
camera shy. We caught you, Bigfoot. Beautiful. This
Cutie,
is so
right?
fun. What a cutie. And you were telling me that you had these mugs specially made.
Yes, those mugs are specially made. There's a lot of odes to not only the bar, but to Seattle itself. There's a little ICU Seattle on the bottom of it. If you see on the corner right over here. Kiki, which is our resident octopus that oversees our bar.
Kiki.
Lovely. Kiki plus IP. There's cute little odes on there as well.
Absolutely. Wow.
And so let's finish up this panorama punch. Got the straw in here. And this one we're gonna garnish with some mandarin almond sorbet that we make in-house.
Yum.
So yeah, same kind of deal with the actual mandarin almond that was in the cocktail itself. You can eat it while it's on your drink, just on the ice, or you can let it kind of melt into your drink as well, which is kind of fun.
Fun.
We're gonna add a little bay leaf because the bay leaf is incorporated into the cranberry syrup as well.
Yeah.
So kind of like almost like you're making a cranberry syrup for Thanksgiving. You're gonna add a little bay leaf in there, and this is gonna be a candied cranberry that we're gonna put on here. So a couple candied cranberries on there as well.
So pretty.
And then the best part, or one of my favorite parts about this drink, is that we actually have a coaster that is, again, based off of 1962 Eye of the Needle. This was actually on their menu, and this is a panoramic view of Seattle with the neighborhoods on here. And if you even look on one of them with Mount St. Helens, it's not erupted on here, which means it's very old. You know, it's coming from 1962. It's a really cool look back on the city itself.
And we called this one of the most Seattle drinks that Seattle ever
It
saw.
is one of the most Seattle drinks that exists in Seattle. 100%.
Do you mind if I give these a try?
Oh, go right ahead.
Which one should I do first?
Absolutely. I say go with the panorama punch.
Okay, let's take a little sip here.
Because that one is also in the 1962 World's Fair glass as well.
Woo! She's good. Oh, yum. And you said this one had, what was it, tequila? No, it was...
No, that one is gin with a little bit of rum agricole.
Oh, yes,
cranberry,
delicious.
mandarin
That's what it is.
almond.
Amazing and colorful and beautiful. And a little snack there.
I know, right?
And this fella. Now, this one is newer, isn't it?
Yes. We just debuted Camera Shy and our Bigfoot about a week and a half ago. So
Okay.
still very fresh, very new. We actually do sell these mugs as well.
Oh, that's cool. That's very Seattle. I love it. Do I pick up the whole deal or just
No, you can just grab the cup. Yeah, if you want, you can go all full in.
whole-
but yeah,
okay.
it's up to you.
Look at that cutie. I found him.
And that one is going to be a little more funky, a little more umami.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So interesting. But I
It is.
love it. It's so
very cool.
yummy.
We're going through, you know, trying to be like you are, going through the forest, trying to create that immersion that we have
Yeah.
just for the bar itself,
So
transfer
tasty.
through into our drinks as well.
Okay, this place, super cool, very Instagrammable, if I do say so myself.
Very much so.
But you definitely want a reservation. Talk to me about how people can come here and
Right.
what they should do.
Yeah, so normally, you know, we have a wait list that goes on during the day if you're not making a reservation. Sometimes it can get a little high, so we always recommend either going on our website to make a reservation. We don't unfortunately take any over the phone. Just go on our website, place a reservation through there. You should be good. Otherwise, you can always get on our wait list, hang out at Rumba, have a couple drinks. That place is great too. If you like, rum over 730 bottles, go to Rumba. Yeah.
It'll
We'll hold
take you
you
the whole
over.
year
We'll hold
to
you
try
over.
every single one. And honestly, you want to try every single drink here because the presentation for all of your drinks is just fabulous. So it's just really fun to be in here. All right, guys, I got to get to finishing up these drinks.
That is so cool. What a presentation of a beverage.
It's an event.
And you were saying the mushroom didn't taste bad? It tasted
No,
good, actually?
it was good. It was actually a little bit sweet, and it made it taste earthy. You know, with a forest-themed drink, that's good.
What a vibe. That's
Yeah.
so cool you went there.
Yeah, absolutely. So this whole thing is just really charming and cozy. But again, because it's so cozy, you're definitely going to want to have some sort of reservation, although they do take walk-ins, but it's perfect place for a small or even a medium party if you want to wow somebody with those drinks. And we do have more info on our website.
All right, still to come here on Studio 13 Live, Adele might not be leaving Vegas anytime soon.
And the latest information about an extension of her Caesars Palace residency, that's coming up next.
Hey, welcome back. Adele is in talks to extend her Las Vegas residency at Caesars Palace. Her show is set to end in 2 weeks, but she's reportedly in negotiations to get nearly $1.3 million per show. Can you believe that? That's a lot of money. Exact dates for the extension are still up in the air since Adele has been dealing with back and knee issues. But let's be honest, the residency has been such a massive hit. And it's been so fun seeing all the behind the scenes of that.
Yes.
We just saw that video last week of that bride getting as part of her wedding outfit signed. And I mean, that would be incredible. Can you imagine that? Like having a Las Vegas residency has to be one of the best gigs on the planet.
Absolutely.
Fly to Vegas for the weekend, pick up a few $1 million, fly home. Come on, that's fabulous.
If they're hiring, I can't sing, but I would love to do it. All right, well, Beetlejuice is back, and so is the original director, Tim Burton. The iconic movie is getting a sequel.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
The breakout star of the Netflix series Wednesday, Jenna Ortega, is rumored to be joining the cast. Original cast members Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Hare are returning for the sequel. Brad Pitt, also actually part of the project, listed as a producer. And the way this movie creeped me out as a kid, but I do love it now.
I watched it a couple years ago and it creeped me out. I was like, this is kind of a spooky movie. Wouldn't expect to see Brad Pitt involved as a producer in it. Total surprise there. But I love how Jenna Ortega is everyone's spooky muse right now.
Yes, absolutely. She's doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Parents, this one is for you. A dad has gone viral after training to take his kids to Disneyland. Let's take a look at this.
We all know Disneyland is the happiest place on earth, but you got to be prepared, especially with young kids. This dad posted this video of himself training for every possibility ahead of their big trip. He's ready for anything from the parade view, the toddler meltdown, and of course, the sleeping child. This is just so relatable.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I definitely could relate. But you know what? Do it up, guy. Yeah, absolutely. The kids are going to have a great time.
You're going to have to do that before you take Logan to Disneyland.
Yes, yes. I already try and train a little bit with that kid. You know, you never know when he's going to run.
Yeah.
New Line Cinema's Shazam! Fury of the Gods is flying into theaters on Friday.
Yes, and we here at Studio 13 Live want to give you and your family and friends a chance to see Zachary Levi and the entire Shazamily return to battle it out against the vengeful daughters of Atlas. So every day this week, we're going to be revealing a magic keyword, unlocking your chance to win 4 passes to see the film.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Today's keyword is wish. There you see it on your screen. And now you can head over to fox13seattle.com/contest to enter with this keyword on your screen right now. Best of luck to you. Coming up, Taurus Ox is showing us how to make some of their Laotian dishes.
Yes, including their popular burger. We will be right back. It is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
Yes, today we are joined by Campaign Panyatong, the owner of Taurus Ox. Welcome.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in. It's smelling amazing in here. So I know Taurus Ox is in Capitol Hill, and it's one of the few Lao restaurants in the area. Tell us kind of what it is and what people can find on the menu.
That's correct. We're located in Capitol Hill, right on 19th and Aloha. And one of the signature dishes that we do is a Lao pork sausage. This whole business started in the garage with my mother. We were making Lao sausages, selling it to the community.
Beautiful.
And then we opened a restaurant, and here we are.
Look at that.
That's amazing. Now today you've already started cooking. We are making some amazing food today, 2 different versions. Tell me what we're making.
What we're doing right here is our introduction to the bacon cheeseburger. Now, Lao isn't known for making cheeseburgers, but because we have this on the menu, it is actually one of the most popular items. I call it the international burger. So right here we have bacon, sour pork bacon that we cure in-house. It's called som mu. The patty itself is made out of top round and pork belly.
Oh, yum.
So
okay.
We have both of those.
Very
now,
flavorful.
What we're going to do here is a smash patty. So as soon as we flip it, the cheese that we use It's a aged provolone cheese, and we put this gel. It's a condiment that you mainly eat with sticky rice. So in Lao
Double
cuisine-
cheese. Hello.
With some
And
yummy
now we're gonna
sauce in
put
the
the
middle.
second patty right on top.
That.
While that's finishing, I have some toasted bun here, and we have gel bong aioli. So gel bong is another condiment that you eat with sticky rice. After this gel bong, we use taro stem.
I've never
And
had
what is
that.
taro
Yeah.
exactly?
So taro is like an aquatic plant. You have taro root, then the stem, then the leaves. So it's not really used a lot.
Okay.
Awesome.
I've heard of it as a flavor, but I never quite know what it is.
It
That's
acts
cool. It
as
comes
a
from
lettuce.
the ocean.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
It acts as a lettuce. It's
Wow.
really, really
Yeah.
good.
Does it have a kind of a seaweedy flavor to it?
It does not.
Oh.
It actually has like a romaine stem flavor.
Interesting.
So now that we have this, the top bun, a little bit more gel bong mayonnaise right here. And this burger is almost done. We're gonna put pickled red onion.
Yeah.
That always adds such nice color
Yeah, it has
to
like
it.
really good acidity to
Yeah.
it. And it's better than white onion,
Yeah.
only because
I feel
of
like
the
you
color.
can charge more if you have the pink pickled onion too.
know, that's
at
true.
least $3 more you can get for it.
Right, so now this is ready. It'll go right on top. And then
Beautiful.
finally, you don't see this a lot on burgers, but cilantro.
I love me some cilantro. That's amazing. Ooh, and you were generous with it
we
too.
are.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
And this
similar.
is our Lao burger.
Cool. That's beautiful.
Amazing.
Do we have similar toppings and everything on the veggie
Similar
version?
topping, yeah.
Great.
Regular version, and
All
then
right.
the plant.
We're gonna have a try. While we're doing it, why don't you tell us some of the flavors that people will
So
encounter?
in Lao cuisine, we have very unapologetic flavors. We're either going really spicy, really salty, bitter, and you're just gonna have to get used to it because
Yeah.
if it's spicy,
Get
we'll
used
just
to it.
Get used to it. Oh, these are so yummy. I feel like the bun is so perfectly toasted
Yes.
too.
It
I
really
love
is.
that.
That's delicious.
What are some of the typical ingredients aside from what we're
The
seeing
typical
right here today?
ingredients will be we use a lot of lemongrass, lime leaf, ginger, galangal, bird's eye chili.
Great.
Beautiful. Now, you said these are some of the most popular items on your menu. What else do people really like?
Other than the signature Lao pork sausage, we have beef jerky. We have this pork belly dish called tom kem, and we have a lot of vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and we also have a really good dessert. Coconut mango sticky rice.
Oh,
Ooh, that sounds so
That sounds
good.
fantastic. And so is Lao food typically like naturally vegetarian, some of it, or do you have to kind of like veganize things? Or
It is
veggie out?
naturally gluten-free.
Oh, nice.
And a lot of vegetarian because it's like a Buddhist country.
That's great.
Yes.
I love that.
Now, you also have some pretty unique drinks.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So our first drink that we've ever created was we call it a tamarita. It's based off of a margarita, but with tamarind. So it's going to be salty, tangy, and then we have a savory salt rim on that also. And then I have a spicy drink called the pet pet. Pet means spicy. So pet pet means spicy.
Spicy.
Okay.
So I recommend those two, but we also make our own lemongrass limeade and then a galangal soda, which is like ginger beer, but we juice the galangal ourselves. That we're really proud of.
That is so yummy. So many fun new options too, like
Yes.
things I've never tried before. Take me kind of back to you and your mom deciding to start this business. What was that like? Was it always a dream, or did it just kind of, the idea just come to your head one day?
It just came to, well, we were doing pork rinds and then sausages. The sausages really just launched everything. The community was buying it, just Lao people in the community, and then other people started buying it. Some of my friends, not just Lao people, but everyone. And then I've been in the restaurant industry for a long time, so I thought, why not open a Lao restaurant since I've opened so many other restaurants? And that was the birth of Taurus Ox.
Now, I think one of the things I really love about Seattle and the Seattle area is that people are excited to try new types of food.
Yes.
But for people in our community, our viewers who maybe have never tried Lao food, what can they expect when they come into your restaurant in terms of maybe you helping them pick the right thing?
Yes. So if you are okay with spicy food, everything in that restaurant is about, out of 5 stars, I would say about 2 2.5 stars, so you have to be okay with spicy.
Some spice.
Okay.
And if you're okay with that, then the whole menu is good to go. I always recommend the sausage because there is no Taurus ox without the sausage, so I definitely recommend that. And then once you try like the burger or the pork belly tom kem dish, those are the items that I always recommend because I know that once you try those, you will return.
Do you have a lot of
beautiful.
first-timers that come in, and like, what are some of the comments that you get from people?
Well, I get a lot of first-timer, and they come for the burger.
Yeah.
This international, like,
It's delicious.
cheeseburger.
It's the gateway
Yeah.
to delicious
it
Lao
really is.
food.
That is fantastic. All right, tell us where people can find you one more time.
You can find us on Capitol Hill on 16th and Madison. No, actually, 16th and Madison was where our original Taurus Ox is.
Ah, okay.
It's now our second store. It's a burger restaurant only.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
beautiful.
called Ox Burger.
Okay.
That's where you will find the vegetarian
Okay.
Lao burger. But the main flagship Taurus Ox is on 19th and Aloha.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Yes, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us. And I will say, this, I didn't find it particularly spicy. So even if you're a little bit of an adorable wimp, you can totally try some of this delicious cuisine. It's just amazing. Very filling as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining
Come see
us
us
today.
again. We'll try some other food.
And you can once again check out Taurus Ox in Capitol Hill to try some of their delicious Laotian dishes or Lao dishes. And we do have a link set up for you with more information on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
And don't forget, if you have a restaurant or a bar that you think we should feature on the show, definitely let us know. Email us, studio13live@fox.com. Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Bye.